G'day guys, welcome to the Caulfield review show for September 2. On September 3 Sunday we've gone early.
A bit early.
It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day
Happy
to
Father's Day to
all the
everyone.
fathers out there.
Not us yet.
Oh, I hope not.
You close? One in the oven?
No, not in the oven, but I just never know what's out there.
Yeah.
So happy Father's Day to my old boy Simo. He's always a big fan.
Nice, and thanks.
He owns every horse I own.
Well, there you go, and happy Father's Day to Jeffrey, who I'm going to see in about an hour, and
Yeah,
have some duck for dinner.
Oh, unfortunately, Simo's in Sydney. He'd be in the Shire on his deck right now, having a beer, watching this. He'd be, oh, geez, mate, why have you recorded this so early? You mustn't have had a complete bender last night, eh?
That'd be very true. No footy on.
Yeah, I behaved myself last night.
I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Well, you seen the joint? I've cleaned it right up.
What's going on?
New man.
Well, cleaned up yesterday as well.
It's been a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bit tough early with a few.
Well, it wasn't tough early. It was very disappointing early. So normally we have around 50 people getting our mounting yard mail.
Yeah.
Which times by about 20 on the weekend.
Yep.
And unfortunately, race 1, which is an average race, which I doubt any horse is worth following from, I found the winner, which SP'd the longest in the race.
$21.
We went to send it out and there's a stuff up technically. It's pretty frustrating. I was out the front going off my head.
You're out having a dart. You're like, I need a dart.
As the race,
Yeah,
as the race
you
run,
needed a dart because we couldn't send it
cheering.
out.
It's a great start to the day. And then a couple of punters came up to me and said, "Oh, we didn't get your stuff. What happened?"
Yeah, so I was on the phone to
And then
Sydney.
I came into you and I'm fucking, no good. But we had a really good day anyway. So race 1, I don't think any point talking about.
So I just want to have a little bit on it.
Okay.
Just I want to say they went the fast. It was the slowest time of the day for 1400 meters.
Yeah,
but
well, it's a benchmark 70.
Yeah. But when you look at it, they actually ran the fastest first 200, and then the next 200 that was also the fastest. And there's 4 other races that were good races.
Yep.
So they've really just burned it early. And I really think this leader, Duty in Disguise, the wind was pretty solid. It wasn't overly strong, but there was enough there that I reckon Duty in Disguise run a massive race.
Yeah, okay.
I'd just say I think it's worth a follow out of the race. And look, the winner's pretty good.
Duty in Disguise, the 6. The only horse I thought you could follow the winner and Justice Glory. But they need to be weak races.
Yeah, look, I
Justice Glory didn't parade well. They all paraded like skunks.
Well, that's the thing. This is probably the worst parade I've seen in weeks.
Yeah, on a Saturday, because it's a benchmark 70 though. It makes sense to me.
You normally see 1 or 2 that are really okay.
I think the weak race is normally benchmark 78.
Guess how much money was for this? Don't look at it. How much?
I didn't look. I don't know.
$120,000.
Oh, good on them.
Massive. When you see that field, you
And
just
they went
go,
to some battlers.
oh.
His wife owns the horse, so he owns the horse. That's always good. Up the battlers. Righto, race 2, 1400 metres, mares. This is a fat race.
So I went to... You were out in the yard doing your stuff, and I was inside watching from inside to watch the yard, and I've gone to the guy next to me. Swampland's a fucking moral. Like, I've seen it in the yard, and I've just said, I'm on Chisholm here. I've got $11 Chisholm, and I'm looking at Chisholm going, this thing's looking like a skunk today. Like, it was looking just off it. It was off.
Yeah.
And I've seen Swampland, I've seen Oregon's Day, I've seen all the others, and I just go, Swampland's got 2 lengths on this bunch. Just based on its... I saw it last start, and I had it on top in the yard, and I was like, wow, this is good. It improved. Yeah. I couldn't believe how well it looked, and... I've gone back over the ride. Chrissy Simons, I was probably fairly critical on the day.
Oh, I was.
I was a bit pissed off, but
Zigmund Shazag wasn't a complete fuck up.
Yeah, it wasn't a complete fuck up.
He should have won, I think.
Yeah, better horse.
Obviously, I found it on top. I had Oregon's Day in my numbers. I think Oregon's Day can improve a lot still. Yeah. It's a serious horse. Chisholm was a great play for my subscribers to get my staking plan. We backed it at 11s, and I said on it, this is a trade horse. We got out at 6s. I laid it quite a fair bit because I already had the margin, and then I was against it. It still ran pretty well. I think if it's freshened up, it can come back and sort of win the right sort of race. Yeah. Every Faith paraded really well. Bit disappointing.
Vital Importance.
Bit the same.
I thought Princess of Queens paraded horribly. What do you reckon? And it's run 3rd. I thought it was a good run, considering.
I thought it was improved from Sandown.
Yeah. But I just think its
nowhere near
actions in the
top.
yard were...
Oh yeah, it's got a long way to go. It ran pretty well. Your one to Harney, I don't know what to do with it.
I didn't really like it that much in the yard, and it didn't show much. It may not... I don't know.
Yeah, I thought Chisholm and Princess Queens ran better than their looks,
Yeah.
so I like to follow that horse going forward a little bit. But I think Oregon's Day is really going well and can be followed, and Swampland, provided we got a great read on it.
Yeah.
If it parades the same, it's going to run really well. She's in form.
Yep, I've said I can clearly follow Swampland anywhere from here, and Oregon's Day is one that hasn't been part of my yard, so to speak.
Well,
But
I'd
after
get it
that
in
weekend, it's in there. Yeah.
Right, race 3, 1,200 metres, benchmark 78.
Fastest 1,200 metres a day, but once again, Caulfield sectional times have let us down. They're not available on racing.com website. So what can you do? You know,
Yeah.
just not good enough. Needs to be fixed.
Well, what do you make of this race?
Well, I'd first off mention my old mate Furza. Perfect run, everything right. Runs a respectable 6 at 80 to 1, but was never a hope. So I'm dropping off at the moment.
It needs softer than this, but it won't get softer because
It
it's
won't.
got the wrong silks
yeah.
on to be pinching races.
Correct, and it's highly rated. The Answer My Friend, load of work, into the breeze, wide, stuck on, great run.
It's got more improvement to come from the yard. I think it and Mr. Sneaky are really good horses that can be followed through the grades.
Yeah.
Violate was a big run first up. It paraded pretty well, but
Yeah,
it's more to
paraded
come.
Yeah, it was probably the
I
run
think
of the race from the back.
Danuki can get right in the sea. It paraded perfect. It always does.
Yeah, what did the leaders do though? Like they didn't really.
Oh, I don't care. It's come last. It's no
I
good.
know.
The horse just doesn't want to win. Doesn't want to run. It's just a show pony. The Japanese horse, thought it was only okay.
Yeah, didn't do
In the
much.
yard, didn't do much. Pulled up sore, I think, but it wasn't set for that
No,
that
not
weekend.
at all. Handsome Thief, pretty good third. I thought it was fairly plain in the yard.
Yeah,
Bit of surprise, and obviously,
yeah. Handsome Thief can improve.
your top on Dusty Jack.
Oh,
Lubo.
total forgive.
Yeah, looked great in the yard. I think it was a bit disappointing, even though it was 3 wide the trip. I thought
Yeah.
I expected it to finish a bit closer.
Well, this
at
is
the
one of
end.
the ones like sometimes people who get our stuff make more money than what can I do. I think I had Dusty Jack on top from Mr. Sneaky from The Answer My Friend.
Yeah.
And I suggested playing Dusty Jack each way.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Well, we know your mate who's the long-time subscriber. He would have had the duets, the exactas, the Quinellas going, and
I think
would
it
have
paid
picked up a lot, so.
32 the exacto if
Yeah.
because he texted me after the race.
Yeah.
What a joke. Yeah, Dusty Jack was luckless. It's 3 wide into the breeze. I think it's definitely one to follow.
Yeah.
Provided it keeps its parading the way it has.
I think that's enough of that one.
Yeah.
Race 4.
3-year-olds, Group 3, 1,200 metres.
My mate. So I'll go with my one. So Murrahib. What do you reckon? Should have won?
I think probably Booker should have won.
So I'll go with Murrahib's run, which I think he made a few critical mistakes on the ride. So first of all, he's come over and he's had Merchant Navy on his inside behind him. The rider Merchant Navy then has gone, okay, I'm going to go around you at the back, because Merchant Navy was last in the run on the rail. He's gone around Murrahib and then come up beside him in the 2 wide line with cover, and then there's a third horse out beside him with 3 wide line with cover. So he's essentially given up. He's come over from wide, so he could have sat 3 wide or 2 wide with cover, but he's decided to take the rails at the back with cover. Makes no sense, the ride. And then Merchant Navy gets the ideal run throughout, wins the race, and that should have been Murrahib's run. I just I took 80s right on the day for Murrahib
it's
to
a
win the
great
Guineas. And
That's a great bet because this horse paraded shit.
yeah, well, I got offered from the parade. It was 16s out to 21s and pays $5
so
a place.
I
was
think
my
it has
pick from-
massive upside, Murrahib. I think the winner has upside. It
Yeah.
didn't parade that good.
And Booker was a massive run.
When I
as you
say not
said.
that good, like nowhere near their top. They've got a lot of improvement to come.
Yeah.
Trekking the same. Booker was quite forward, but it had a horrible horrible, unlucky run. It did a lot of work.
Yeah.
It was quite courageous considering that's his first start. Kobe Ashley That's one to me.
Bar
That
plates.
horse is legless.
Bar plates.
Legless.
You can't win a race with bar plates these days.
I just think that horse. It paraded great.
Yeah.
I didn't touch it, but it paraded great. The Gay's horse paraded quite well. Had spurs on. That's about all it's got, I reckon.
Evil
It's
Cry,
buried.
just gone.
I don't know. It's a weird prep, isn't it?
Yeah. That's at stable, though. They do that.
Mm.
I mean, I wouldn't have said Sosa Bond's a sprinter based on its previous prep, and then look how that's going.
I think the top 4 from that race can all be followed.
Yep.
Like, into
I
the
think
right
it's a strong
races.
race, yeah.
It just depends the strength of the race they try and attack.
Yeah.
Like Merchant Navy, they seem to be going to the very elite races. I'd be a bit cautious, but it can improve a lot from the yard.
Yeah, agreed.
Race 5, 1,200 metres, Group 3 for mares.
Medium tempo throughout. Not sure what the hell the punters are doing with Furyk. $1.70. Set it on the day. You're taking poison odds. Horse presents.
It was presented weird. I didn't know what to do with it, and I
Yeah.
respected the market because the market just kept finding it.
Yeah. You had to, so if you were sending out something late, you had to at least savour it because the market was saying,
Yeah, well,
whatever you're doing.
I think Savannah and Moore or Sort of Light they were our top 2 numbers
Yeah.
from the yard.
Clear
so
top
we
2.
had. I'm just guessing. I should have it up here. Next time we will. We backed Savannah and Moore and Sort of Light. I couldn't believe the price of Savannah and Moore.
It was $6 out to 18s.
Yeah, paraded great.
Well, old mate ability. It was $5
it's
against
got a
it
bit-
last
yeah.
time in a group race.
Yeah. And we saved. I saved Furyk just out of respect for sort of Betfair.
Yeah.
And yeah, the ride wasn't great, but like if it wanted to go, it would have got the run that Savannah and Moore got.
Well, I was gonna
Savannah
say-
and Moore was fucking bolting on the turn.
But the winner didn't have that great a ride either in terms of it didn't get
Yeah,
as
and
much
after
luck either.
after getting the actual betting advice whilst getting the yard right on Mr. Sneaky, and then not having that first race sent out, I was thinking, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Savannah and Moore's bolting at 20s,
Yeah.
and it's not going to get there. But we got there. We were back on track.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Flying Jess, I was saying to the mate next to me in the room, I was saying, oh geez, Flying Jess 110 to 1, I could have a go at that. I'm like, nah, don't be stupid. Didn't
Yeah.
put a fiver on. I actually thought it had got us, so I was
Yeah,
pretty...
the Ruffy King liked it, didn't he?
Yeah.
We had the Ruffy King on track. He's a good man. It's good to see him. Slow race though, so I think horses like Flying Jess look a lot better than they are.
I think it was probably also what was happening on that day at that stage during the day. Like, that was Ridden and Era and Flying Jess came from last and second last. You had Furyk, who was basically pushed back to last, and same with even Savannah and Moore. Like, even though it's at 4th or 5th in the run, at the top of the straight, there was a straight line across, and it was basically last.
Yeah, I think going forward though, I'm really going to respect the SP of Furyk here.
So
Massively.
there's one horse here who I think was a massive forgive run, and we haven't touched on it. Jennifer Lynn. The ride.
Well, I've got something here for it.
Yeah. So I've literally looked
Yeah,
at
held
it.
up in the straight.
Yeah, the whole straight.
So,
It was-
Sort of Light was a big run.
Yeah,
3 wide, no cover.
big run. I think next start it'll go something easier and it'll get a good win.
Yep.
But trust me, Jennifer Lynn, first up, it'll just improve on that. I'm really happy to follow after that. I wasn't a big believer first up, but
Oh, I'm still not a believer. Not yet. I think the ones to follow from this are Sort of Light, obviously Fury. But the thing is, you're just going to be getting...
Furyk you won't get value.
Yeah, it's going to be well found wherever it goes. Savannah and Moore, it wasn't near its top.
No.
But it's worth following. And
Depends
I'm
where they go
really
with it.
careful following the flashing runs here because the race was not genuinely run.
Yeah.
Race 6, 1100 metres, Group 3.
Scheidel.
Oh, I slaughtered this. I really
So this is my
slaughtered
best
this.
bet of the day after I scratched my Bart bet, which looks stupid now. I'd backing Scheidel and Voodoo Lad. And afterwards, after the race, I had a few haters on Twitter going, oh, well done taking $1.50 odds. It's like, well, if you bet early and took the value prices that were put up early at $2.90 and $4.20, you got a fucking great price. Am I going to be betting at the $2?
What are you talking about? Scheidel?
Yeah, Scheidel was $2.90 and Voodoo Lad was $4.20. Scheidel then jumped at $2.20 and Voodoo Lad was about $3.80, $3.60. It came into $3.40 at one stage. It's about taking value.
Yeah, I
You
got
know?
this. I got this race wrong. I think Voodoo Lad is in for an enormous prep. It paraded like a sheep, a really really healthy sheep. It's in great order. It's just it has a lot. It's going to strip down a lot fitter.
It did everything that
And
was
it
asked of it.
let down.
Yeah. I thought Sosa Bon, its blinding sectionals late, it just keeps getting put in a bad spot in ride.
Well, I think it's short of its best trip.
Yeah.
It didn't parade.
Well,
great.
what is its best trip? That's the issue.
Sosa Bon is one of the nicest types I saw all day. But it's just a bit sort of heady. It's probably a colt stallion.
Not sure. I'll have a look.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, so it gets itself right in the yard. It's going to win a big race, I reckon. Sosa Bon's the one I want to follow, and Voodoo Lad. Very cautious of Scheidel. I respect the SP, but it's going to be well found again. It needs to just be kicked along and run.
Crystal Dreamer didn't look that great in the yard. And
yeah, it was a good run.
Good run, considering I think they won't be overly ambitious with it. I think they'll probably step back, if anything, to listed grade.
Yeah.
And that's one I could back there.
Saraceno paraded well, disappointing. Don't know what to do with that horse. Anything else of that race?
No, that's it.
Race 7, the Group 1.
1,400 metres, the Vega Magic Show. That's what we'll call it. Everest bound.
Well, everyone bags Craig. He destroyed them here. This is a great ride.
Yeah, so I was going to say this is the only ride for the day that did that. But Hello High Water, actually, the next race did the same thing. Just put on a good tempo and just brained them.
That horse is flying. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Vega Magic, what can you say? It's good horse, great horse. Blackheart Bart presented perfectly. Wasn't showing any signs.
Yeah, that was a great look. That's the best thing about being there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he liked Blackheart Bart on the previous show. If you watched it, I hated it. Then the bar plates got put on or something like that.
Yeah, bar plate.
So he hated it. Then we got to the races, and I thought it paraded probably best.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then, but just
showing no
because you
signs
see
with the
how
walk.
it parades, you can tell it's not sore.
Yeah.
But you need to watch it parade for like 5 laps. The
Yeah.
race, it's hard to do it on TV. I just tried to do it before on that thing you liked, and I just couldn't see
Comes out late and you see it maybe for 2 seconds.
With the jockey on, I couldn't bet.
Yeah.
Toastum Stardom, obviously a bit of a run. I think the horse is a tease.
22-29
like it.
final 400. That's low flying. That's a Group 1 horse's final 400 if it gets the right race.
They're obviously all stars in this race. Romain had no luck. The race wasn't run to suit it.
But I'll make Jon Snow.
Yeah,
Presented like a bull.
Jon Snow is now one of my favourite horses.
So I was on it big time up at Autumn.
It's the greatest. It was a really beautiful horse. I think it's going to win something big this prep. It's in the right stable. I'm a huge fan of Jon Snow.
I'm interested. I think they're probably obviously going to Caulfield Cup.
Humidor paraded. We've got a question, I think. Paraded. I don't think it paraded as well as last time mentally, which is a big thing for that horse. Obviously improved slightly in condition. It's had 2 runs now at 1400, I think. It's in for a good prep. I think it's on.
Did you like its run?
I really liked its run.
I thought it was a bit disappointing personally. I was hoping to see it.
I thought
do
I've
something
got
a bit
here
more.
slow away, close great. I don't write that for most of them.
Yeah.
I really liked its run. I think it and Jon Snow are the 2 stayers to follow. Vega Magic is a star. Toastum Stardom is a tease, I think. I think it's a good horse.
Yeah.
But I think you're not going to make money following it.
I think you'll find one race similar to what you do with a Humidor. I think you'll find when it finds its peak race, it'll go close.
Yeah. I think Humidor will win that race, and it'll be $6 or $8, whereas Toastum Stardom will be 3s. Hey Docs, fuck, it's a nice horse. It's going to win something too.
Went in 4th? Yeah.
I think it's a really, really tough.
I think they probably had it out of the grades there.
It over-raced half the race. You saw just before how much over-racing can cook your horse.
Yeah.
I'd definitely follow Haydock.
No, I just think top level like that, I want to see another run or 2 before I say it's a wait for each Group 1 horse.
I think it sort of is. I'm happy to back that horse in.
Yeah.
So, Haydock, the middle distances, Jon Snow and Humidor, the longer distances, Vega Magic, won't. But none of these horses will beat it over a shorter trip.
Where'd Kathy run?
I yelled out to her.
Hey.
She
You get
gave
an
me,
autograph?
she gave me a wave.
Hey.
Jeez, I was up and about.
Unfortunately, she got scratched in the last.
Yeah.
I had a mate who had there was 7 horses scratched on the day or something.
You
like
should
that.
have had the level
Divine
of the level of
Chills.
the punters, because there's no footy on in Melbourne on the weekend, no AFL. It was packed.
Yeah.
And the
There's only 7,500 there.
Kathy was popular. Well, they were all around the ring.
Yeah.
I couldn't see half the time.
Yeah.
It was a great day. All right. Race 8, 1,700 metres, weird distance. An old hell of high water. I felt like I cheated on my girlfriend here from the mounting yard.
I felt like
I had her in a staking plan. She paraded great, but I just thought she's too short for what she is.
Yeah.
I had Montoya's Secret and Amelie Star on top from the yard. And when Hello High just kicked away, it's just like, I felt like I cheated on the missus. You know, that's my girl. I've stuck fat with her for the last 4 or 5 runs. She's been really good to us.
It felt like she was out of grade, didn't it? But that being said, when I was doing this race, I was like, what can actually win this? And I only came to 4 chances. And guess where they came?
Second, third, fourth.
First, second, third, fourth, $4,700 first 4. They were in my quaddie on my website. Only those 4 ones. Didn't back it.
Oh, yuck.
Didn't back it.
Oh.
So I had Amelie Star on top. I thought it looked pretty good in the yard. Good each way price.
It's run okay, hasn't it?
Telly, I tell you what,
It's on track for whatever it wants.
It needs. I'm really concerned if they go to the Caulfield Cup. I don't think it's suited by Caulfield. It needs that 500 metre straight to let down. It's really got that European I don't
know.
about
You'd know the Europeans better than me.
Yeah.
I thought Harlem was a massive run.
Yep. Oh, you're back on board the Harlem train now?
I am on board the Harlem train.
Nice run.
That's a stay. That was first up.
Yeah.
I thought it paraded pretty well. It was slow away. That's a really nice run.
Gardini, I was telling you, the ribbon to spare for him, mate.
Yep, that was a good run.
I mean, that was a forgive because it had a bit of a skin disease and stuff, and it was a great run at odds.
Yeah, Talo we've spoken about.
Ventura Storm
had excuses.
Well, instead of leading,
still let down.
Instead of leading like it did last start, it was last.
Yeah, well, it's because it's not set for the day.
Exactly, it was a great run.
Enormous.
I was very happy to see them
that's a
do
nice
that.
horse.
Yeah.
It's a really nice horse. Montoya's Secret, I'm never going to back it again until it goes right back in grade to, I don't know what. It paraded perfect.
I thought Fanatic looked well in the yard, but just didn't show anything. Same with Tiamo Grace.
Yeah, Tiamo Grace is one that could be winning something pretty soon. It needs to find the right sort of race, I reckon.
Yeah.
All right, race 9, 400 metres.
The Get Out Stakes. I hate that word, but it
really capped off a good day, eh?
It was a very nice end to the day.
Just.
Very strong run throughout, with the first 800 very, very fast. Set it up for the strongest horses. So the best horse won. And thankfully it was Grand Rosso, who we thought may have been passed by Chocoholic in the straight and then kicked back.
Yeah, but to be honest, I didn't panic as much as I normally would because Craig hadn't fucking hit it.
Yeah, I know.
It was just... So, normally if your horse gets headed, you're cooked. But I thought, we're still a chance here.
Didn't you hear me yelling, fucking hit it, Craig?
No, well, he did and he got it done.
Yeah.
So good on him. That was a big run from Chocoholic. It didn't parade great. It was 3 wide the trip. It was a big run. I thought turn it around is... I've always liked this horse. It didn't parade the best. It's going to have a good prep.
Well, as I said...
Hardham and Snitson and Cool Chap, both all in for good preps. Yeah. We had Snitson and Cool Chap second and third in the numbers. And they'd run 4th and 5th. I don't think they were sort of ready for this.
Cool Chap was 3 wide the trip, just never really a shot. Turn it around, that's a massive bloody run. Considering I know exactly what it's gone through in, following it through its injury and everything.
Yep.
It was going well at home, but it wasn't turned up for that. I think we can follow that horse anywhere.
Okay.
I'm really, really, really excited.
Yeah, I'm with you, actually.
Chocoholic, 1,200 metres, straight to 1,400. That's where its distance is. It's run its right race and just found one better. Grand Rosso, what was it, $2.40, $2.50 when we did the preview show?
Yeah, that was more what we unloaded on it because
We got 470.
It was fine in the yard, and we're getting almost $5. So
Like, I was looking at the race before. I'm like, guys, we're getting $4
and
now
a
for
hungry
Grand
Craig.
Rosso.
We're getting a hungry Craig
That we were.
and a hungry stable.
Yeah, they've had. Oh, everyone's been saying. Saw Racing.com.
We've got a question. Are
Lindsay Park
commentators
Farm.
too kind to Craig Williams after a bad ride?
I think in general the whole industry
You're
is
certainly
too
not.
positive. Well, of course I'm not. But I'm a person who's in the spirit of the moment. That's why imagine of the stuff that I said after the race is put on Twitter. You just you say it between mates and then you review it and you go, well, actually it wasn't that bad. Like the Furyk ride, how many people have said that was?
I was cheering it.
Yeah,
I had a much fatter result on
yeah.
Skyline.
But so I look at it blindly, from saying if I had no money on, what was he do with that ride? Because the stewards questioned him on that ride, and I'm looking, I'm going, well, was he meant to lead? The horse is never led. Was he meant to set 3 wide the
I
breeze?
don't think stewards should ever, not for, that's why they figure much more out to question riders on tactics, because if a guy leads on a race and just goes way too slow, they don't question it.
Correct.
So like, they can't pick and choose what they question because they think like it's 1944.
They questioned one ride of the day, and it was that ride.
There's a lot of other, yeah.
He got it wrong, but I don't think
How
he
did
could
they
have.
question Swampland?
Exactly.
That's a horse that was probably going to win the race.
Furyk, in my opinion, wasn't going to beat Savannah Amor. It wasn't. It wasn't going to beat Flying Jess, and it wasn't going to beat Ridden Era. It wasn't going well enough.
I think you just got to take the good with the bad with Craig. He's a star jockey. He's very good at what he does. But they're riding horses at very fast paces. Got to make split decisions. They're going to get them wrong.
That's where you want to... If you're getting Craig Williams on a horse that's going to sit 1 out, 1 back, as a prime example...
Yeah, like Grand Rosso.
That
horse makes his own luck. He didn't use it up till he had to. Obviously, I'd rather he whipped it a bit earlier. But
about 200 metres earlier.
He's trying to keep the horse in the
Of course, yeah. He's trying his right thing. So short answer is, they're definitely too positive, and they don't want to represent any negative factors. You look at...
Yeah, I'd say they're under pressure from above them, the people who are in positions that have to comment, like on Racing.com, and also, it's a pretentious industry in many ways. Like, if we sat here and bagged the shit out of Craig Williams and then asked Craig to come on our little show, he's not going to come on. Same thing.
He probably would to defend himself.
Same thing for people at Racing.com. Craig won't come and speak to him or any jockey. If they get criticised, they blow up.
So I'm putting this up because we didn't discuss this on the previous show, and you probably didn't see it. Brandon Stockdale punched his horse post-race out of frustration. He was angry. He said, "I'll never do it again."
I think he was he was fasting a fair bit.
Yeah,
but he's hungry.
You're going to punch your wife in the stomach because she didn't give you food or something like that. You're not. Like, I know that's a bad example, but... terrible example.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. I don't care.
Well, there's no vision of it, but Racing.com did not do an article on this.
No, that's not...
I
don't know.
Like, you gotta do the good with the bad. You have to say... And this guy, they got $500 fine for punching his animal. I put up a survey, only 7% of people thought that was a fair fine.
I think there's some things we're just never going to know enough about for a while. So I don't want to speak... Like, I read Peter Moody's book while I went to Darwin.
Jeez, that would have been a read.
Yeah, it was.
They got an audio book. I fucking hate reading.
Oh, fuck, Audible. Audible stitched me up. It did. I bought a book. It's not even there. So then I have to buy Peter Moody's book and I just have to read it.
Yeah.
It's the first book I've read in 3 years.
Alright. Any others?
No, I don't think so.
Looking forward to Mooney Valley. We've got the Dardo. Dardo's normally a fat race.
We need to explain the staking plan.
Yeah, so first of all, for the many new people who got Dickos Mounting Yard mail and also Glenster's, so Glenster was on fire.
Yeah.
Glenster just,
fucking good
I think he did like 4 in a row, then he still got 2 more, and he's got like $6 winners, $7 winners. Had a fat day. So I was glad Glenster had a great day, and then you tipped it off. So what was your results? I think it was 50...
about 52 out,
84 back.
No,
that's without race 1.
That's without race 1.
Yeah, so for the record, because race 1 wasn't sent out.
There's 107 back from 55 and a half out if if we had race 1. So that like the main reason for keeping our results is not to spruik to you guys or to anyone. It's for Drew and I to learn where we're getting right, where we're getting wrong, to increase our profitability personally.
Yeah.
And the sheet that
I'd
Drew,
say it's accountability as well.
Yeah, and the sheet that Drew took a photo of is a compressed sheet. Like we have track condition, pattern, trainer, jockey, loads of shit to help us analyse.
Side girl, who's that? Talking about stitch ups.
It's just a way of us, keeping a track of what we're doing. Also keeps us accountable for you guys. And essentially what I'll say every race is the same sort of words. So I'll say like having a good bet at this, having a big bet at this, unloading this, small bet this one,
max bet,
backing these two. And I say the same sort of words every time. And Drew's translated each word while through discussion into a unit amount. So unloading is 10 units, big bet's 7.5 units, good bet's 5 units, backing's 2, small bet's 1, peanuts 0.25, etc. And then also though, when you're getting it, because obviously a bunch of people got it for the first time, you need to use the information however you want, but also some common sense. So with the Vega Magic race, we said backing. I think
1,
we
8
said
and 7.
Backing Blackheart Bart and Vega Magic
And Haydock.
Yeah, and
right
Haydock. So I'm not saying have $100 on each. I'm saying I'm backing each of them to win $100 or 1,000, whatever.
Exactly.
So I'm betting more on Vega Magic because it's a shorter price.
And that's something that I'm going to work with Dicko just to get a bit more clear. So on when we're saying the backing thing, I want to be like, I'm going to try and say having a big bet backing 1, 8 and 5, which will mean that we've outlaid our usual 7.5 units to get the same result for all 3 horses.
Yeah.
So we'll clear that up a bit more going
But we
forward.
won't be doing units, not in the near future, because it's just too. It's not how a lot. What we're doing is working, and we're going to keep it how we're doing it.
Yeah, and I'm just really doing the translation so that when we're putting the bets on at the track, we're doing the right thing. So.
Yeah, but essentially it's for our own uses. And for some people asking, comparing them, or how I do it with my staking plan, I send that out on a Thursday normally before we do the show, and I adjust it on Saturday morning. But it's basically just horses I think are over the odds, and races I think I figured out, and I'm trading them. I don't know. I learnt from Glenn a little bit. I'm betting probably more than I should. It's quite confusing and it's hard to explain, but.
Well, you've been doing well.
It's a starting point. It's a starting point for my weekend.
You've been doing well with your staking plan as well. I think the past 4 weeks
Yeah, they're killing it.
Yeah. I mean, my staking plan, literally, if I'd Bart in it, I would have had a great weekend. Without Bart, I was pretty much break even, like slightly up, like, half a unit.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I'm learning, and it's a good lesson. Is I only bet into races I'm confident in. So I didn't bet race 1, race 5, race 9 or 8 or something. I missed 4 races, and we bet into every other race, and we won every race. But I backed 5 or 6 horses in the races.
Yeah, and just something I'm trying to do with the analysis is I'm going back over the units that we're putting into each bet, and I'm seeing the larger unit bets, the more confident bets are definitely paying off in the long term. That being said, there's also a Nesbo small bet in there that returned at 55 to 1, so that also evens out as well. But your strike rate on the big bets is going quite well.
Yeah, we are. We're having a good run. So any questions, shoot them in. Might try and answer them on Thursday's show.
Oh, off to a Betfair event.
Off to the Betfair night. That's going to be good. And then hopefully Big Druzy might be up in Sydney on Saturday night.
Give it a shot.
Flying up with me.
Well, we've got to go to Moonee Valley, which I'm looking forward to, and then we'll see what happens
straight
from
to
there.
Tullamarine. Straight to Sydney for a big weekend. That's why I'm fresh today. I'm saving myself. Time in my run.
Not a surprise. Well, I got Friday at...
Get Big Druzy on the racing round on Monday, 10 a.m.
Oh, we'll give it a shot.
Wait till you meet Glenn.
We'll see if Richmond does the Cats over. I may not be a shower.
For Swans lose Essendon, I might be jumping off the Harbour Bridge.
I reckon that'd be much more fun than the Westgate. I'm just going to say that. If you're going to go have a go, take yourself out.
It's harder. It'd be harder to get up there.
I reckon you could just find a way off the top. Like, I'm meaning literally you just, bolt cutters, get through the walk area and up the top.
All right. Also, we've forgotten horses to follow.
Good point.
I'll go first. Turn It Round, Cool Chap and Snitson. From race 9. Harlem and Amelie Star from race 8. Humidor, Jon Snow from the Group 1. Voodoo Lad, Anywhere. Nothing from that race. Murahib.
Yep.
Mr. Sneaky and Answer My Friend, Anywhere. Maybe Violate to a sort of same level race. Oregon's Day, Anywhere. And Swampland, Pending Yard. And race 1, Nowhere, nothing.
Sun's just decided to bloody come out.
Burning on my face.
Yeah, Judy in Disguise, Swampland, Mirahib,
Quickly, that's
Jennifer
that
Lynn.
sounds torture.
And you probably said the rest, Jon Snow over further, Ventura Storm, Melbourne Cup winner, Turn It Around, Anywhere.
Yeah, there's a stack from this meeting.
It's a really fat meeting.
All right, guys.
Spring's back, mate. Spring's back.
Sun's out. All right, hope you had a big weekend. Hope you enjoyed the Mounting Yard Mail. If you got it, if you got any questions, let us know. And if you didn't get it, just sort yourself
Sign up
out.
racingrant.com.
Sort yourself out.